Hello, friends. Welcome. Thank you guys for watching the replays. I appreciate you. Let me know that you watched the replay. Hashtag replay so I can give you a shout out. Thank you. We are going to be working on this is a 10 by 10, and if we get to it, we've got a couple of little blocks. We're going to do a stain blend on there, and then we are going to add some transfers to it. But while you're here, hop on, say hey. Let me pull you up on my iPad. I did post the link for the, oh my goodness, my brain is not working. I'll tell you why. No. I'll tell you why here in a minute. The transfer I'm using tonight is not available at the moment. It is sold out. If you are interested in it, you could put your name on the list to be notified if you would like a restock, and they will let you know when it is restocked. Several transfers have been restocked. So, hey Gloria, how are you? So, always check back if there was something that you were keeping an eye on to see if it has been restocked. They've also created some transfer bundles, and the primitive collection is back in stock. So just check out periodically what's going on the Essential Stencil page, and you'll be able to see what has been restocked and what is new and what is on sale. So always things going on. Again, I did post it in the description. It is this one, the Haunted Homestead, but there is other haunted transfers available. Let me pull the other one out that is available that I have seen. Where did it go? I know I just seen it. Well, wouldn't you know, when you're looking for it, you can't find it? Is that how it goes? Well, I know I laid it right here and it disappeared on me. You know how that happens. It's the one that has the other haunted house on there. Yeah, I can't find it right now. I put it up so good that I can't find it. This, I think, came from Walmart. It is a plaid folk art surface. It's a 10 by 10. It is the canvas panel. We are going to be working on this side, and I am using Botanical. I know this is backwards. I did not flip my phone around. Minwax semi-transparent water-based stain, and this is the color. And then we're also going to use vintage blue for the top part. I am not putting any white or anything down. I am just using this, and we're just going to add that green on the bottom, and then we're going to blend the two together in the middle. To create our design. Don't forget to do your sides. Each piece of wood will take the stain differently. Hello, Sherry. How are you, my friend? Haven't seen you in a while. I'm glad you could hop on. I'll tell you my crazy story. I just about wasn't able to come on tonight, and I'll tell you the why here in a little bit. I'm going to take another sponge, and I'm going to do the blue on the top. Hope everybody is doing well. And right here, we are just going to blend those two together. Can't believe it is Monday already. These weeks are flying by. And if you see me pulling things off, I've got, I was working with yarn earlier and it was fuzzy. So I still got fuzzy things laying on my desk right here on my craft table. Make sure we get the sides. And I'm okay if this is not a solid cover. Hey, Miss Bonnie, you made it home. How did things go today? I've been thinking about you. Hope everything went well. I hope you are feeling good. As good as one can feel after surgery. Prayers for you, my friends. I'm going to dip in and add a little bit more blue to the top. And I think this color works really well with our stencil. Why do I keep saying stencil? With our transfer. Those two colors look really good together. This is vintage blue and botanical. Keep forgetting what that paint was, that stain was called. Now I'm gonna go back to our botanical and add a little bit more. Good. I'll be praying that you will get good feedback, good results. I am just blending these in together. And I will add a little bit of moisture here in a minute so that those two can blend. In order for your stains or paints to blend, you need moisture. And you can either achieve that with paint or with water. So I'm going to spritz it a little bit. You guys want to hear my funny story on why I might not have come on? I fell earlier. And it was quite hilarious. My daughter's Great Dane had wrapped the tether around the air conditioning unit, so I loosened the tether up, and then I proceeded to walk, and she ran towards her mama, which was working on a rooster coop, and I seen that the tether was moving, so I got as close to the banister for the staircase, hi Kimberly, to go up to the back door. I got as close to the side as I could because I saw the tether laying right there. And I said, I'll be fine just standing right here, pushed up against it. So when she runs, it'll straighten out and it'll go on the other side and I'll be good. Well, I don't know what or how, but the tether lifted up, pushed me into the slats of the banister for the stairs. And at the same time, I lost balance. It caught me in the back of my kneecaps, and I fell from a standstill. Bloop, back in the yard. There I laid. Help, help, I'm falling. Not literally. So I told my daughter, I said, help, I'm falling. And she's like, I'm coming, Mama, I'm coming. So She then had to put the dog up so that the dog would not come over there and step all over me. And, you know, this is funny, but thank goodness I didn't land in dog poop or, you know, chicken poop or whatever else was on the ground. But I hit my shoulders. I don't think I hit my head, but my knee is sore where it bumped me into the staircase, the steps, and not the steps, the railing. I am going to take this all the way up like there is, you know, like green trees or something growing back here. Just the illusion of it. So yeah, I just about wasn't able to come on because I would, you know, I had to sit there for a minute. I was like, oh, I don't know, just give me a minute. But my neck is what hurt the most. My legs are hurting, but my neck is what is hurting more than anything. But I don't think I hit my head. I think I just fell back. So that was my fun afternoon. So don't do what I do. I know, I'm bruised up. I've got where my shoe was on the bottom. I had Hey Dudes on. And I guess when I was pushed into the staircase, it rubbed on my foot, right on my ankle. And it's like it rubbed a blister and busted right away. And that hurts the most. And then I hit my knee. But other than that, nah. I can't tell of anything yet. I done took 2 Motrins just to make sure. So, yep, just keep me in your prayers that I can get up in the morning. Thank goodness we don't have no appointment tomorrow. Ah, I swear, never a dull moment around our house. Never a dull moment. I think I'm happy with it like this. And I don't know if we're gonna get everything done this evening because I am working a little bit slower. My brain is a little foggy. These pieces of wood right here, the short ones, came from Miller's Rustic Sawmill. They were 10 in a pack, and I bought 2 packs to use for different things. And here I am just going to blend straight up and down. And that way it gives that other board a chance to dry a little bit. That's a little bit raw right there. I forgot to sand these. That was my fault. So yeah, thought I could make you guys laugh. Then I'm just blending it up into the blue. Because most of this is going to be covered by transfers. And I am doing all of them the same way. I'm just going to add green and blue so that they will all coordinate. They'll be all similar, and that's how you can batch create. Just use the same stains and or paints. That way you can batch create. And then all you got to do is put your stencils or your, these are good for your 2-inch words. And then you got your surfaces all ready, and all you have to do is just, thanks for sprinkling. And I had my phone in my back pocket. I am so glad my phone did not break. I'll tell you what, for a 61-year-old woman to fall flat back out of a standstill, I don't recommend that. That's not a good thing to do. Oh. It is not recommendable. Bringing that blue down. I've got a little fuzz ball right there, but once we sand it, that will go away. Pick up a little bit more of that green and come in with the green. And I am not making a straight edge. I want it to look like, you know, it is like a valley or uneven. And that is not intended. That is the line from the wood, which is just a happy accident. I'm just going to go ahead and do them all real quick. That way the pieces have a chance to dry. And then we're going to add our transfers. Yeah, that was my story and I'm sticking to it. Craziness, craziness. And it wasn't even winter. Hey, Cindy, I cannot say that I fell on ice or anything. I don't even have a good story. My daughter's dog's name is Aspen, so I told my husband, if I tell you tomorrow that I feel like I got run over by a tractor-trailer truck, just tell me, nope, you got run over by an aspen. But all seriousness, if you have dog tethers, or if your dog is on tether, be very careful with those tethers. They can hurt a whole bunch. If you're not watching and they go one way, you will go the other way, and it hurts, especially if it wraps around your ankles. Those tethers hurt. I do not recommend. It does not feel good. I'm just rubbing it all the way back up into that green. And then I'm going to bring that green back down. It's just a back and forth to get it blended in. And like I said, I am just making it look like the sky is meeting the grass or the pasture or the farmland. See, it is not smooth. One more to go, and this is the smallest one, so it should not take long at all. This one I didn't sand at all. The other two I had a chance to sand. This one I didn't, because I came up a little bit late. I had planned on being up here sooner. It's working. Thank you, Cindy. Cindy has been a huge, huge help last night. She spent her time helping me to get my, I totally forgot to mention that, my thing set up. No, I didn't cut my hair. It's still there. If you do exclamation point notify, it notify you when I go live. If you do exclamation ES, it will send you to the Essential Stencil page. And if you do exclamation mark code, it will send you my code for Essential Stencil. It is also the same code for, oh my goodness. I cannot think of the name of it now. Why can I not think of the name? Christian Craft Papers. And the paste that you use to do the wood burning. Torch paste. I'm sorry, guys. My brain is not working. I do apologize, ladies. And again, I don't mind that it is zigzag like that because that's how I want it. So I am going to leave it the way it is. It is lightly stained. I didn't want a dark stain. I just wanted it lightly stained. I think I did all the sides. And again, Miss Cindy, thank you so much for walking me through that. See, my problem is I do 99% of everything on my phone. And there's just some things that you need to do on the computer. So I literally had to learn because the computer and the phone work differently. There's different commands, different keystrokes. And I'm like, how did I get here? What do I do? All right, let's dry all of this up. Oh, my knee's throbbing a bit. Yep, that's the way. Exclamation mark ES. And please let me know if it works. Chatbot, that's it. I'm telling you, sorry guys. My brain, I'm still foggy. Chatbot, that's it. This is going to be the back side. I'm going to have to sand that and put a little bit more stain on, but for right now, this is good. I was going to get it dry so I can put a transfer on here. I will sand all of these off. And again, these little blocks came from Miller's Rustic Sawmill from Melissa Miller. She comes on the Essential Stencil page. And is an ambassador on Tuesdays. And those came from their sawmill. Let me sand that real quick. And the stains were from Minwax, water-based stains. They were semi-transparent, which means you can see more of the grain, which I'm okay with. If you want to see less of the grain, you can go over it a couple of more times. But I think that turned out pretty. Looks like there's trees in the background and maybe some bushes over here. Go ahead and sand these. And this is 120 grit sandpaper sponges. I got these from Amazon. A lot of times when I sand around my corners, I am not going to do that tonight because I want to try to get the transfers and everything done. But yes, I'm excited about the little chatbot things. I still got to add some more things to it. I just got to play with it and see what I want to add. And just excited about that possibility. And the little guy. I'm going to stand these up so that they could dry just a little bit more. Especially when you use water to blend, you're going to have to make sure that they are real good and dry. A little bit more grain raised right there, so I had to smooth that out a little bit. Oh, I grabbed my 80. That's why it wasn't working. The sponges all look the same. It's just one of them says 120 and the other one says 80. I don't want nothing to hinder our transfer to stick, so I'm gonna hit a little more heat. And if you do hit it with your heat, let it cool down for just a second before you put any more paint or anything else on there. I am going to use this one. I might have a mishap. I am not sure. Do you guys see that fold? That's the way it came. It had that fold in there. I'm hoping it's going to be okay. But if it is not, then you know that it wasn't anything I done or the surface. It was because it was just, I had a package where it looked like it had got run over by a tractor-trailer truck, so I think that was one of them in there, so it might have got damaged in that process, but I'm hoping it looks like it is good. But if it isn't, then you know the why part. I peeled it completely off. And now I'm going to try to lay it down on the bottom as close as I can. And I'm going from one side to the other, pushing it out. And does that not fit fantastically on that background? And see, like I said, it looks like there's some trees growing in the background, some bushes. I think it is perfect colors for the background. And we could have added trees in the background and things, but it really doesn't need anything else in the background. I will overlap this, and I will overlap this side. As a matter of fact, I am going to do this side first, since this is the smaller side. I'm just going to push it over, and I'm just going to use my fingernail. And you see how that is changing in color? That's another way you can tell on some of the transfers that they have transferred over. Let's do this side. I'm just going to push it over, hold it, and I am just going to use my finger. And you might be able to see how it is changing colors. Can you guys see that? No, I didn't, because I was going to see if it was going to work. And nothing was really damaged. There was one in there that was bent like a stencil. That was bent, but I didn't know about the transfer until I just opened it up. I didn't realize. So it's okay. I mean, it was the delivery system. It's nothing ES has done, so. Perfect. And now I'm just gonna go, am I in camera? There we go. Start at one end and go over to the other end. Wrap it around. And this tool is awesome. I just love it. I'm going to do the sides first, and then I'm going to go to the top. We still got to turn that top over. I can see it changing colors on me, so I know it is getting adhered. And now we got it. I'm gonna go from this side. I move around my piece. And if you haven't guessed, the other pieces are going to be coordinating pieces to this. A bigger tool of this would be really nice, Essential Stencil. It would help it out so much. I gotta go this way so that I can see what I'm doing. Come in from this side. Yeah, I hope they come out with a little bit bigger tool for the big stencils, especially the 12 by 16 trucks or marketplace, or the turkey one. That will be really nice to have these bigger, a bigger stencil, transfer tool. Oh, missed the spot. If you miss a spot, just lay it back down and go back over it, and it will adhere. Go back down, grab this down here, come in from this side. Let's see what we got here. So what have you guys been done? I know Miss Bunny was in surgery today, so we got to pray for her. Anybody else need any prayers? Check comments here in just a second. Uh-oh. Just about lost my cow head. Yeah, if they could make it in this size, that would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. Make that one twice the size, or maybe even 3 times the size for big transfers. Just about got it, ladies. And again, thank you for helping me set up my chat bot. !notify will give you notifications when I'm live. !ES will give you the link to the ES page, Essential Stencil. And !code will give you the code for Essential Stencil, which is WK21. I appreciate you ladies using those. And for sprinkling, I don't say it often, but spreading out the whimsy is really appreciated. That way, other people that like similar things can join in the fun and get tips and techniques and be part of our community. And we're able to make new friends and learn new things. I always go over it. It feels a little rough in the middle, but that is because of the board. There is nothing wrong. It's just the board is kind of rough in that middle. What do you guys think? Does that not look cool? And you can hang it on that lip back here. And I will stain the back. But I just love how that turned out. I love the cow and the little ghost in here. That's so cute. So cute, so cute. And this can be used to put your paints on. So do not throw that away. You can use that to put your paint on. So they'll peel right off. And now we're going to cut us out some little guys to add to our four little forms. And let me see, where's the other one? I was going to add a couple of bats. What do I do with my bats? I laid them right here so I wouldn't lose them. I have to turn it towards me because I was going to add a couple of bats back here. I think I'm going to add these 3 right there and these 2 right there. Looks good to me. What do you think? Boop. Just like that. Hi, Jeannie. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. How are you doing, Miss Jeannie? Like I said, these are going to be coordinating pieces. These two are going to go right here. I'm just so excited to be with you guys tonight. If there's any questions, if there's something I can help you with, I'll find the answers. If I don't have the answers, you can see if you hold it, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but you can almost see the wood grain. It is really cool. Trying to hold it straight. And here are our barnyard animals, which I just absolutely think this is adorable. And this would be fun. Like my granddaughter, she would love this. We got these two characters and these two characters. And this is the tallest one. So I am going to put that on the tallest one. I was going to make sure I sanded really good one more time. She is not going to fit completely on here. She's going to wrap around. And we will have to give her a little bit of ground to stand on. But I will do that after the live. I'll give her some ground afterwards. And again, same thing. We're just going to lap it over and attach the rest of her witch's hat and her dress. And the back side is just going to be plain. I'm not going to add anything on there, I don't think. I think I'm just going to leave that plain. But this would be fun for her to put in her room for Halloween. She would love it. She'll tell me. It's not when we see the stuff in the, I'm hanging in there too. When we see the spooky stuff in the stores, she says, Oma or Mama, that's just Halloween. That's just make-believe. That's not real. And I'm like, oh, you're so sweet. So that's just Halloween. As long as you explain it to her, she is all right. Now, some of the noises and stuff she doesn't like, but the spooky things, you know, because you see them in every store. We just explained it to her, and, you know, we showed it to her. We let her walk up to it and touch it, and, you know, and she knows that it is just make-believe. It is not real. It's just Halloween. Because, you know, they see it in all the stores. And I'd rather explain it to them than to have them be scared. So I don't want her to be scared. And her parents are doing the same thing. They are just telling her and explaining things to her, which I just like. That is just so good. There's enough spooky stuff out there. They don't have to be afraid of the Halloween costumes. But this is cute. This is cute Halloween. This is not spooky. And if you wanted to, you could... And I'll probably add some bats. You could put holes in here and use the little fairy lights and come through and maybe around the edge and put fairy lights in there and make it light up. Okay, she's the next tallest. I don't know, I kind of like this part in there, that little bit darker spot. Again, just pull it off. Line it up on where you want her to sit. And again, I am going to add some ground to these so that they will be grounded. I just don't like them just standing in the air. And then you can display this as a set. You can add some other Halloween things around, maybe some pumpkins sitting around, lit up pumpkins. Yeah, that's funny. I don't see any comments on my iPad, none whatsoever. I'm glad I turned my phone around this way. What else could you display this with? What else could you add? Like, I can see some of the little lit up pumpkins. I don't know where mine is, but I have like a cast iron one, a small cast iron one with a candle in it, like the LED candles. You could do that. What are some other things we could add to this to make it look really cool together? I know you ladies have got some ideas. I'm hoping I have not froze or anything, because that's been happening to a lot of the Facebook, especially Melissa Miller, bless her heart, creators. And before I let completely go, you notice I put my hand on here because I'm just about done rubbing everything in, but in case something didn't transfer, I can lay it back down. There's that cutie. You guys can see that, right? Let's see, who is the littlest one between these two? I think she is. So put him on here. And I just moved them up from the bottom a little bit, and I'm just going to add a little bit of extra green and brown on there. Yes, hey, or Excelsior, great idea. Be cool if we could, oh my goodness. You know, they have the little hay bales. You can put them in the front, but you could also glue a little bit of Excelsior on there. That would be kind of cool. You guys are giving me such good ideas. I've got some little hay bales. I can set them in the front, in between the critters. That would be cool. Make sure when you transfer these that you get all the little tips of the horns and the hair. Because there's just little pieces of hair and fur. So we want to make sure that we get all that transferred on here really good. She almost blends in with the color. You know, I might come back and look at the words and see if I could find some words to put on the back side. I just thought about it. Even though the words will be, you know, you'd have to sit it this way for the words. But it'll still look kind of cute, so I might add words to the back. I just thought about that. You know me, I like double-sided signs, so that would be the right thing to do. What do you guys think? Should we, I mean not tonight, but should I add words to the other side, to the back side? Because we got this 2-inch words we can use. I mean 1-inch words. Are they 1 or 2-inch? Now I'm second guessing myself, ladies. We're almost done. I am not going to go over too much today. And again, thank you, ladies, for your prayers. For those of you that hopped on late, I did have a little mishap earlier. I fell. If you watch the replay, I'll explain what happened. The dog's tether caught me, and I fell backwards out of a standstill. And scraped my knee because I was standing close to the staircase, the banister of the outdoor steps. I got pushed into those, and then my neck and my shoulder hurts a little bit. And my ankle hurts because I scraped it. And I got some scrapes on my other leg. But other than that, I'm good. I don't think I hit my head. I think I held my head up. But the funny thing that I didn't tell you is I've got an iPhone watch. It told me, it said that we've detected a fall in so many seconds. The emergency services will be called. I'm like, no, don't call them. I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't call them. Oh, you can't see them all. I have to put them down here because you can't see them all. And there's our whole barnyard family. See, and I just think it would look really cute with some pumpkins and some little hay bales. And I just think that is just perfect. So there's this one. And see, it looks like there is trees in the background. And then we got that little cutie. And this one, she's so cute. And the little lamb, we cannot forget about the little lamb. And I will add some bats to that one. Is that just not adorable? Appreciate you guys hopping on. Let me pick someone for Happy Mail. Miss Sherry going into the Happy Mail bucket. Where is my piece of paper? We will draw at the end of the month. And let me know what you think about adding words to the back. Miss Sherry going into the Happy Mail bucket. I know that she's just precious. Just precious. So I love them. I just think with a couple of pumpkins, a couple of hay bales, and like I said, I'm going to put a couple of bats on there. I think it will be perfect. Hop over to the Essential Stencil page and check them out. I'm thinking Miss Amanda's on tonight. And don't forget, I've got new chatbot things now. You can do ! notify, and you'll be notified when I'm live. ! ES, and it'll send you to the Essential Stencil page. And you can look through what's all on sale and available and restocked. And then for my code, just do ! code, CODE, and it will give you my code, which is WK21. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Hop over to the Essential Stencil page and let's support the ambassador, which normally is Amanda on Monday nights.